Hello everyone, so I was able to attend an early screening of Orphan First Kill. This is of course a prequel film to the 2009 film Orphan, and it, of course it stars Isabel Fuhrman returning as, well, of course, the character that we saw in the first movie. It's directed by William Brents Bell, and it clocks in at about an hour and 40 minutes long. So yes, without further ado, let me get into my review for Orphan First Kill. So again, this movie is a prequel. After orchestrating her brilliant escape from an Estonian psychiatric valley, Esther travels to America by impersonating the missing daughter of a very wealthy family. So she, of course, gets down in the prison. You can tell immediately that she is kind of the alpha there. She knows how to trigger a lot of the other inmates that she's with, and she uses this to escape. And yeah, she basically infiltrates a wealthy family, and not right off the bat, she starts trying to kill them or whatnot, but things take a sideways turn. They starts to, mostly from the mother, start to suspect that she might not be who she's claiming to be, and then she has to, of course, go on the manhunts to ensure that she can continue living the life that she wants to. She can easily play the innocent child card, and she does that a lot while she stalks her prey. So really, when it comes to this film, I will say right now that I wasn't really all too impressed by it or excited for it from the start. I found the first one was decent. It had a cool enough twist, but I wasn't intrigued by it too much. I found it was a lot lazier, not as scary as most of the other horror films that I watched, especially back in 2009. And I found kind of that same thing carried over here, where I do think Esther is kind of scary in a little bit of a way, in just terms of how she can disguise herself, and again, just the scary implications of her condition. But again, I never found her to be all too intimidating, and I found that a lot of the characters in the first film were just really dumb, making bad decisions, and it's kind of like, how can you not realize these things? And that comes to play in this new film here as well. There's a lot of times where it's just some of the prison guards were really dumb. It's just people not cluing in in ways that were just so obvious as to what's going on. And yeah, just really poor bad decisions made by all of the characters that made it really tough to get into. I mean, you're not really meant to sympathize with anyone in this movie, but it's just kind of hard to get into it. Some of the characters I found were just very lazy, and the pacing of this is just very lazy too. Very slow to get onto his feet. It's not really a lot happens until the last 10-15 minutes of the film. There's just a lot of creepy things that she does and goes to, but I found nothing that really made my gut wrench, as a lot of horror films have been able to do lately. Again, I don't really think this needed a sequel, because the big twist that it teases in this was something that was already revealed, or at least I thought was common knowledge in the first movie. So I'm not going to go into what the big twist is. It just happens about halfway through the movie, pretty much almost right at the halfway point, I believe. But yeah, it's something that, again, I just thought was common knowledge when it came to the first movie. So yeah, it didn't really do anything to intrigue me or get me excited about what was to come after the twist, or just for the entirety of this movie. I found the kills were just very generic, and just nothing really to get excited for. Pacing of this movie is slow. Again, there's not really a whole lot I can recommend. I do think if you like the first film, this might be something that you can get into, just again to continue Esther's story and see again just where she came from. I don't really think this is a movie that needed to happen, but the one thing I will give it is the girl who plays Esther, of course, does a very fantastic job. She definitely plays the character, again, just really well, and she can have the way that she has to switch between innocent child to, again, murderous 30-year-olds with a lot to hide is very impressive. But that's really all I can say about this film in the long run of it. So really, without further ado, I'm going to have to give Orphan First Kill a 5 out of 10. Really, the only people I can recommend it to are the people who enjoyed the first film. If you didn't like it, this one isn't going to do anything to win you over. And if you haven't seen the first one, I mean, go ahead and try it if you want, but I just don't really think that there's a lot special with this Orphan series, and this, again, just doesn't do anything for me to redeem that. But if you've seen Orphan First Kill, please let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. If you like this review, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to check out everything I do on this channel, I'll link some playlists up top for convenience sake. Thank you for subscribing and turn that little ringer on so you know when I upload new videos. If you want to check out the Media Mountain, which is my Discord where we talk about movies, video games, comic books, TV, pretty much everything's awesome in this world, that link is also in the description of this video, and of course my channel bio. You can join that amazing community, help make it even more amazing than it is already, and yeah, just awesome, guys.
Sky blue eyes, I see a world behind them. No more time sinking into the silence.